Buenas noches, and a late evening to you, everybody in Spanish 1 period 4. Today we're going to take a look at how to write and pronounce sentences in Spanish using those infinitives like hablar, estudiar, cantar, caminar, the words ending in AR. And those infinitives mean they're not formed like I speak or I talk or she studies or they study, but simply mean to do something. And until we take off the last two letters off the AR infinitives, AR, we'll not be able to write sentences in Spanish such as I study, we study, etc. So to do this, you have to know the following, be aware of the following. To write sentences in Spanish, you'll need to know what are the subject pronouns yo, tú, él, ella, nosotros, nosotras, ellos, ellas, ustedes, and their abbreviations. Okay? So what is yo? What is tú? What is él, etc. Page 2. Further question? AR verb sentences. What do the infinitives hablar, estudiar, cantar, mirar, etc. mean from our quiz that we're taking today? 2. What does infinitive to study mean? Okay? In terms of what does the word infinitive mean? Does it mean to study or I study? And then what do the infinitives mean? Hablar, estudiar, etc. versus I study, conjugated meaning instead of saying to study, you're saying I study, you study, he studies, etc. Sorry I'm not a professional like you may see on YouTube, but I thought a video may be more helpful than just looking at notes and going and reviewing this without me. So you have to know what yo, tú, etc. means. Also, knowing what estudiar, mirar, bailar means, and get used to the words infinitive to do something versus conjugated, which means a formed verb. I study, we study, etc. Page 3. You're looking at how to make sentences from the verbs to study, to work, etc. Okay? So to do so, step 1, drop the last two letters from each of the infinitives, AR verbs, like hablar, estudiar, etc. For example, go to hablar, take out the last two letters. Those four letters before AR are known as the stem, which is part of a verb that can't be used in a sentence yet, but you're heading your way there. Number 2, add the letters that are used with each of the subject pronouns that I just talked about on page 1. Okay? So like I have versus she has. There's no way to know except to accept how to say I have and she has in English. And then when you go to Spanish, you'll have a system or a means to do so. Excuse me, please. Okay? Now, the next page are the endings. Okay? So number 1, you got to know your subject pronouns. 2, you have to know what hablar, estudiar, and all that means. 3, you have to take off the AR, letters AR, off of each of estudiar, hablar, mirar, etc., and add the following endings that jibes with each of the subject pronouns. Add on the letter O for I form the verbs, yo form the verbs. For example, the verb hablar is discussed, and you use O on the end, it's yo hablo, I speak or talk. You cannot have AR on there, it does not work in Spanish at all. Tú, you add on the letters AS, tú hablas, you talk. Number 3, or speak. Number 3, for he, she, and you formal singular form of the verb, you just add an A, letter A. You do that for all 3 people. The he, she, and you formal verb form. Él habla, ella habla, usted habla. Okay? Now for the plurals, you simply add on the following letters for the plural people, the we, the they, and you. Nosotros, nosotras, you add on amos, and then there's nothing you add on that we're studying for a second person plural, not in this hemisphere. And for they, masculine, feminine, plural, and you plural, you add on the letters an. An, and it's ellos hablan, Hablan, for they talk. Ellas hablan, for they feminine talk, and ustedes hablan, for you plural talk. Again, ustedes can be both formal and informal. Okay? Thank you so much, and I appreciate your patience. Hope you guys are doing all okay, and are in good health. Hope to see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.